A very good evening. Welcome to KU 24/7 News. My name is Blue Smiley, your host, and today I have the official critic of the UBAA government, Comrade Kangi, the official opposition leader, talking from FBI. He was in FBI after they lost. I'm told that Teddy Osano invited him for the inauguration ceremony. First of all, Comrade Kangi, welcome.
Thank you very much. My official name is Dennis Mwangi. Yeah, Comrade Kangi is my political name. I'm a senior student fourth year, and in matters politics, I have a vibe in school.
Okay, so first of all, talking about Teddy Osano inviting you, you as a FBI loyalist, how are you taking this from Mr. President himself inviting you to his inauguration ceremony?
Yes, I hold my brother, the current president, Teddy Odhiambo Osano, with a lot of respect. We've worked with him before, and therefore, for me, politics is not enmity. It's a matter of competition. And when he won and we lost, I had to embrace his government, and I believe that he extended an olive branch to us.
Okay.
So that we can take our university to the next level.
Yeah.
By the way, I was also given a personal invitation by the Secretary General.
Yeah.
Teddy Thiongo Mirore. He also invited me at a personal capacity, and I tried to attend. I listened to them yesterday, and I wish him all the best.
Okay, now talking about what you listened, first of all, let's go to what really matters is Teddy Osano's maybe his talent of working with his adversaries, his enemies like FBI. Him even personally inviting you to the inauguration. How do you feel that Teddy is working with the once political enemies?
I think the UBAA government led by Teddy wants to use an inclusive approach of leadership. And that's why yesterday I heard him mention that he welcomes all leaders on board, regardless of their party positions. And because he's the one who has formed the SDC, I believe it is good when we all bring our ideas to the table, so that if we can implement all those manifestos and agendas, I think in KU will be a better place for all comrades.
Okay, so let's go to the point now. Okay, you as a critic of the government, maybe you are playing that oversight role, and let's talk about matters in security or securities. Teddy was there to tell us that his government, his first achievement will be making sure that we have security lights in the Werewere streets, and even from the small gate, the KM gate from Fumbiro to Campanile. What is your approach? How will this be possible? How will this be possible?
Yes, touching on the issue of security for comrades, I believe comrades' life matters. And on the past, there have been a lot of insecurity issues within and even outside KU. And I believe if Teddy, through working with relevant authorities, like revamping of patrols within the schools, so that comrades can feel secure and they can walk freely within the school. Therefore, on the issues of lighting up the Werewere street, I think that if it is implemented on time, it will really reduce the crime rates.
Okay, so let's talk about maybe him talking about the same point of maybe insecurities. Do you think that maybe these security personnel in KU are frustrating students? Will Teddy Osano be able to cover such?
I think since he is our leader who was elected, and you have given him that mandate, I think he has all the powers, authority to work hand in hand, so that they can create a synergy between the administration and the security, so that comrades' life are secured within the university, so that these cases of property losses or where people are mugged within these streets, or like Cassandra here, and other places whereby they are not light up well. If he works with the security and the administration, so that they light up all areas, I think it will be a plus for his government.
Okay, so let's talk about more critical matters. When Moses Ngingi was giving his speech yesterday, there were a lot of boos. There were a lot of people did not believe him. He spoke a lot of things, and the whole crowd was like, no. Some of them were chanting uongo. So maybe How comes that the student do not like the former president? How is it that they do not like the former president?
I think I'll be the devil's advocate
Huh?
and try and defend my brother, my colleague Moses Ngigi, who are personal friends.
Yeah.
He has tried, at least, although Comrades expected much from him since he was in office for 1 more year. But through other leaders who pushed for face-to-face physical learning to be brought back in KU so that it can reduce on the challenges of online learning. So yesterday's noises that were made within the amphitheater when he was making
his speech,
his final speech as the KUSA president, I think they were unnecessary. And I think people should be given the right freedom of speech to express themselves. Because in the history of Kenyatta and KUSA politics, it is written and it will be well remembered that Moses Ngigi was the president for the 17th KUSA, and also is the one who handed over power. I would want to believe that maybe we could have given him a better send-off.
Yeah. Okay, sorry for that. So now that Teddy Osano used to be the secretary for Moses Kangi, so do you think that he will deliver now that he was in a government that did not deliver much? Do you think that Teddy Osano is in the capacity of delivering more than Moses?
In matters of service delivery, I think it is at individuals' level and capacity. And it is up to Teddy's now for him to deliver on whatever pages that he made yesterday, and even to also try and implement the past manifestos, because he was in the Indomitable SGC. Therefore, he has a lot of work in his train, and I wish him all the best.
Okay.
Yeah, from my end.
Okay, so let's talk about the delegates. So Teddy Osano, you are there. He promised that he will give them. He promised a lot for the delegates. He said that after voting for SGC, the delegates usually go to sleep. So do you think that it's possible? And are the changes for the delegate practical, or just overdoing them? We're giving them the work that was supposed to be for the Congress persons.
If he directs the right energy and commitment to implementing the empowerment of delegates as leaders in our schools, I think it is doable and achievable. But what is needed to be done is for them to have that a working formula with the administration. Because as KUSA, it cannot be implemented only by the student union. There's also supposed to be goodwill from the administration side, so that these delegates be empowered. They can even be given some little remuneration, so that they can feel a little bit recognized and respected for the work that they do as the student delegates. Okay,
so let's talk about matters accommodations. Teddy promised that there will be accommodations for the delegates. Is this possible? Is this possible for them to have the accommodations?
On matters of accommodation in the KUSA, they are enshrined on the position of the vice chair. And I believe that issue can only be handled by Mary Muli, who is the vice chairperson, so that they work together with the Directorate of Accommodation and see how these delegates can be accommodated within the school, so that they even reduce the expenses of them living outside school, and their work jurisdiction is within the school.
And will that be of help, or it will be somehow just giving them accommodation and they're doing nothing, or is it going to be good? Is the move good?
Yeah, I support the move, because I think leaders should be treated with dignity and should be treated with a lot of recognition.
Okay,
because they're elected.
Okay, so let's talk about the problem with excess fees. The excess fees in the portal, and I'm told that long ago they used to be debited in a student smart card, and it happened that the smart card is no longer there, and we're told that the Thiongo told us that they're planning, as Uber is planning, to return the smart cards. You as a strategist, an analyst, and someone who can say, is this move practical?
Yes, in the past regimes, since June 1st year, there used to be this policy whereby if a student paid excess fees into his accounts, the money will be debited or forwarded to these smart cards, and they could use the funds to cater for their needs, maybe buy lunch and also consume other services like in the mess. So I believe if that policy can be reintroduced, which is workable, these issues should be pushed and should be pushed collectively through the SDC. And also I believe maybe a bill can be reintroduced so that these smart cards are made available to every Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talking about all these promises that Teddy said about the lights and everything, but the VC said that the school is undergoing a very serious economic crisis. Do you think with the crisis, is this thing, are those promises done by Teddy, will they be practical on the right time?
Yeah, and matters economic crisis. The world over is experiencing economic relapse. Therefore, I think that should not be an excuse because comrades are paying school fees, and therefore we should live between our means. We should live between our means. Therefore, I think the school should make some funds available so that all these promises that were pledged yesterday can be implemented. Because there's no authority without resources. Therefore, I think the administration should cater for all the finances.
Okay, now that the UBAA government has actually trying to stretch the hand, trying to welcome FBI, some of seen people like Arasi back to UBAA, they have good jobs. Do you think that the opposition, there'll be a very tough opposition? Do you think that there will be a very tough opposition now that UBAA is trying to befriend the FBI and the arrest?
I've heard of that move that they're trying to poach all the vocal leaders, past and current, so that they can reduce the noise from the opposition. But I believe, opposition is not a death sentence, and therefore those that won should be given time for them to work and achieve their agendas. And on that issue of having a weak opposition, I believe there is a pool of great leaders within the school. The likes of Sam Aika, who was leading TSR, who can put the government of the day to check and also offer requisite checks and balances as opposition.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so as we finish up, maybe you have a friend of Harrison Nganga. Tell us how Harrison Nganga is doing. How is he doing after the loss?
Yeah, of late, I haven't made a call to him, but he communicated through text. He's doing well. He's around school. He's also reflecting on the past elections, and I believe he'll heal and move on.
Okay, are we expecting something to see Harrison Nganga and Teddy maybe shaking hands or?
I'm not Harrison Nganga's spokesperson, so I cannot speak on his behalf. Therefore, we are all human beings, and this is our school. It was just a mere competition, and therefore, for them, they are leaders. And leaders do talk.
Okay, so maybe a word to your fans. Comrade Kangi is a big name in the university. Maybe a word to your fans.
So finally, I would like to give a punchline and say that we, as comrades, we expect nothing less other than commitment and utmost service delivery from the UBAA government. We shall give them the necessary support that they require to deliver while in office, and also we shall provide checks and balances as opposition so that we oversight to ensure that there is accountable leadership in place.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade Kangi. It has been nice to have you. Hope to see you soon. My name is Blue Smile, and behind the camera is Vin Wasike.